Today, the moon is in Cancer. We are still bathing in the moonlight of last night's Cancer full moon. So we are in that time of the month when something is illuminated, something is revealed. It's kind of like the curtain gets pulled back and we can see something we couldn't see before. And so with the moon in Cancer today, we are doing that through our feelings. So there may be something coming up emotionally or something that you just have to feel. You can't necessarily understand it yet or put it into words. It's that process of feeling. And as we feel that draw to attend to our deeper needs, we are doing some work on the feeling level, which is helping us to create the things we want. So I'm going to share a little bit more with you today about that. And I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, December 27th. So we began this moon cycle where the seed was planted, where we set our intentions and put something in motion around the Sagittarius new moon. And so that energy of Sagittarius follows us throughout this moon cycle. And Sagittarius is about our bigger picture of understanding. It's how we make meaning of what is transpiring. It's how we tell the story, how we make sense of things, how we organize our thinking around what is happening, what we're going through, what we want, what feels important, what it is we're processing and learning in the ways that we're growing. So with that Sagittarius moon energy going on or following us throughout this moon cycle, we have then the energy of the full moon that is bringing something to fruition. So we've been doing this work on understanding, making meaning, reaching a bigger picture of how we want to understand things and what really is important to us. What is the story we want to tell? So in a bigger picture, this is a perfect opportunity to reflect a little bit on your life, where you're at in your life's journey, where you want to be, and maybe there's a little course correction that is appropriate at this time to get you on track with that bigger picture of what is truly important. And so what is being revealed about that with yesterday's full moon in Cancer? We're still in that full moon vibe very much today. So the day after the full moon, but we're still in the moon is still full, right? We can still see it in its fullness. So by the way, if you look at the full moon, you'll notice that even a day before or after the exact full moon, you can see that's not a full circle, right? It's just a hair smaller, a little bit more oblong, I guess. When you look at the full moon, if you can see it, which in my part of the world here, it's typically, at least at this time of year, very obscured by clouds. But when you can see that full moon, you can see even a day before, a day after, how it's not completely totally full. So kind of interesting. Anyway, so today, or later tonight on Wednesday, we'll see that moon we can see the change in the moon, right? And the moon changes and we change. That's why we have a mood of the day. And so the Astro Vibe is the mood of the day. That is one way of understanding where the moon is. The moon is telling us the mood of the day. So the mood of the day is one of feeling, of sensitivity, of vulnerability, themes of caring, needs, what is it that you need? So taking care of yourself, attending to your own self-care, thinking about your needs and how to get those needs met, because the water signs are about this internal process, and Cancer is a water sign. So Cancer in particular has to do with nurturing, caring, that process of caregiving, as well as being recipients of care. And so when we're doing self-care, we do both, right? So with the water vibe, we're also dealing with energy. And energy is not as tangible. So we might call it more of the irrational side of our experience. And it might be illogical, irrational, right? It's emotion based. And that part of life, it can be diminished. It can be seen as not as valuable sometimes because, don't be hysterical, don't be irrational, some of those things that we hear, or maybe we have internalized a little bit. So thinking about it in terms of the power that irrationality has. It is about how energy moves, and energy is just another word for mystery, right? It's the things that are happening that we don't have any like logical explanation for. We don't, I mean, sometimes we have sort of kind of a logical explanation for our feelings and our emotions, but oftentimes we can't control them, or we don't know where they can't come out of the blue, right? We weren't planning to have an emotional day and suddenly we're having one. It's kind of in that realm of more of a vibe or a mood or an energy. So that's the kind of thing and it's part of our process of healing, of transformation, of taking care of ourselves. And so it's really important to attend to the irrational side of life. It is key to our wholeness, right? If we were only always acting rationally, we wouldn't be taking care of ourselves. We wouldn't be getting our needs met at deeper levels. We wouldn't have a chance to connect with that deeper level of our emotional state and our feelings, and the more vulnerable side of ourselves that is just as important as the logical, rational, controllable parts of life. And having a full moon, for anyone who is not as comfortable with those irrational parts of life, could catch you off guard a little bit. But if you're in the flow, if you're paying attention, if you're noticing what your body needs and recognizing the power of your emotional process and the healing of that emotional process, then you're right on track. You're taking advantage of what the planets have to offer, and what this quality or theme is bringing in for us right now in terms of an opportunity. So thinking about the full moon, yesterday I was sharing about the power of kindness. So definitely watch yesterday's video for December 26th if you missed that. Really important reminders, right? We all know that kindness is a good thing, but how to be in that kindness, how to remember and practice, and some different ideas about how to be kind. That's what was on my mind yesterday. So I shared that with you around the full moon, and today just a little bit more about how that fits into this bigger picture of the Sagittarius moon cycle. And then, of course, I've also been sharing some thoughts about what to expect in 2024 with the new year coming up in just a few days. So I will be sharing more. Check out my videos if you missed them on the astrology of 2024. Some great stuff on my YouTube channel check out the recommended playlist and just look for some recent videos on astrology of 2024. And I'm going to be sharing soon with you my thoughts on the 2024 election in the United States. So what are the dynamics going on? What are the themes, the qualities to look for? What are we working through with that period of time? It just so happens that Pluto is going to be retrograding back into Capricorn after going into Aquarius. So interesting times for next year. Looking at some shifts with Pluto going in and out of Aquarius and bringing some new vibes to the collective. So stay with me, stay tuned. I've got more interesting videos to share with you about what's coming up in 2024, stuff you need to know if you're going to make the most of it. So thanks so much for being here and for subscribing, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So let me know how this is showing up for you. And if you're finding these videos helpful, I'd love to hear why. So, all right, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.